Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to today's office hour, product design office hour. Trust you all are doing well. We'll start in a couple of minutes, yeah? So just wait for some persons to join. Just if you're on Slack, can you announce to others on Slack, tell them the office hour is live. If you have questions, like that's what I'll be doing today. So if you have questions about the tags, any challenge, you should, yeah. If you have any challenge about the tags, then you should be here. Yeah, hi, Messi. I'm good today. Yeah, hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm good today. Let me just announce on Slack to get people in, so that we'll get started right away. Fola will be joining us also very soon. All right. Hi, everyone. If you have questions, you're going to ask here, right? I see a lot of you are saying you sent, questions and all. It's fine. If you have questions, like if you send message to DMs, like it's very hard for me to access all DMs. Imagine replying 10 people with the same kind of answer. It's very draining, right? So that's the reason why we have this office hours, and that's the reason why we say you should ask on channels. So if we have answered someone, then it can also answer you. We have more participants than mentors. All right. So, okay, we have 150% here. Let's get more people in. We have about 2,000 product design channel, and I believe that's not even all of you. Oh, right. Okay, fantastic. So let's get started, right? Give me some minutes. Let me reach out to Fola, and then she should join us very soon. Okay, good day, everyone. Okay, so let's get started. So let me reintroduce myself for those that don't know me. I'm Isaiah Deleke by name, but then I'm mostly known as Caculuz. The name Caculus, I don't know where it came from, but don't bother yourself about it. It's not the mathematics calculus that you know. Nah, I'm not that smart. I'm not sure I'm that smart. All right. So let's get right into what we have to do today. Questions, right? So drop your questions and let me pick them and answer them. All right. It could be questions on the tags. On Slack, I'll try my best. I'm not sure I have the best answer, but I'll try my best. Yeah. Let me see. Wait, I'm finding it hard now. Can you drop your question? Someone says about the tax on product design. Is there any material we read before attempting the tax? Yes, blessing. There is a material, there's a material on the tags, right? You should go through the material. It's a video, right? It's a video. So you should go through the material, all right? So make sure to go through the material before attempting the tags. Let me see if I can locate the material here. But yes, there is a material. It's a video, the video for introduction to design. Okay. So yeah, what is user-centered designer? Okay, Babalola is asking what is user-centered designer. User-centered designer. I know it's one of those names you see around there. A product designer should be user-centered, like user concerned. I usually say user concerned, not user-centered. As a product designer, a lot of things determine your design, right? So it's not just the user, the business is also there, right? The product direction, the product purpose is also there. So someone say I'm a user-centered designer. I mean, you can call yourself anything you want, but then there is really no official name like that. Baba Lola. Yes, Sophia. Yeah, there's really no special name as user-centered designer. Like it's just something people coin for themselves personally, right? Somebody says, is an interaction designer also a UX designer? Usually interaction design are people who mostly do prototypes, right? They show you how products interact with each other. Yes, a UX designer can be an interaction designer, but not so necessary. But it is very good. If you want to be a good UX designer, yes, you should know how to do interaction. You can be an interaction designer, but not be a UX designer per se, doing the research. You may not do all the research part of design, but then the prototyping, the interactions, obviously you can be very good at that and not doing research. But as a UX designer, you should be able to show interaction as much as possible in your design. I hope you get me. All right. So somebody said about, about sad blessing. Yes, on the LMS post arena, there's a product design intro post with links to guide you. Okay, so yes, blessing. Go to the post section on the LMS. Go to post section. You would see introduction to design. I'm coming. I'm trying to find this so that I'm not giving you wrong information, right? Okay, coming. Okay, yes. Week 1 resources for product design, introduction to design. So yes, blessing. Okay, you go there and check on the resource, right? Yes. Okay. Is a product designer same as user experience designer? Oh, I explained this in my last office hour, which was on Tuesday, right? So a UX, a product designer, yes, a product designer would also be a UX designer, user experience designer. A product designer, like I explained on Tuesday, oversees a product through the product life cycle, right? But then a user experience designer mostly is focused on the experience the user has, while navigating the product. Sure you get. So a UX designer might not be a product designer, really, but then it's always intertwined, right? It's always like in between each other. I don't know if you get me, but then a product designer would surely do UX design. Sure you get. Yes. All right. Please, what do we use for the tags like materials? Coca Happy, go to the post channel on the LMS. You would see week 1 resources for product design, introduction to design. That is the resource you should use before attempting the tags. Every new tags you get, let me make this clear here now. Every new tags you get, go to the post, you would see a resource, week 1, Now, next week, you're going to see week 2 resource for product design, and then you're going to see the tax in the tax channel. You know what should be your focus in this training, right? Let me make it very easy for you. Do not get overwhelmed with the noise. You see, oh, there are thousands of people here learning. Focus on yourself. You are building your own self and not anybody else, right? So focus on yourself. Thousands of people. Are the resources made available? Yes. Are tax made available? Yes. Are your tax graded and are you giving feedback? Yes. That is enough for you to learn. I mean, that is very perfect. That's a perfect condition to learn. You are getting resources to learn, you are getting tasks to do, and your tasks are being graded and you are giving feedback on where you didn't do well. That's a perfect condition to learn. Do not focus on all of the noise. Now, let me make this clear also. The LMS is the most primary tool for this training. You can decide to just focus on the LMS and the calendar. That's the classes you have in the office are alone and leave Slack, right? The problem with Slack is so many people are posting and then there's too many noise. You feel like so many things are happening that you are not catching up with, but it's a lie. Everything that is happening happens through the office hour and then the post and then your tax and your tax being graded. Like very, very clear. Do you get it now? So let me make that clear once again. The LMS is the most primary tool for this training. Make sure to join the office hours as much as you can. Why are you joining office hour? So that you can understand the tax. Do you get it? The tax will be posted. There will be a post in resources. Do you understand? The tax will be posted. There will be a post in resources. There'll be resources on that post section for the particular tax. Make sure to go through the resources. If you have question, make sure to attend the office hours and ask your question. And when your question is attended to, you are clear. Attempt the tax, submit, and then your tax get graded. Just keep making sure that you are submitting every tax. And then in the end of the training, you are getting your certificate and then you've gotten a whole sum of knowledge. Just make sure to focus on yourself. I know it's always very difficult, but this is really the best advice you can get from this training. Do you get it now? All right. So someone is saying my last tax has not been the introduction to product design. Okay. So Arotimi Elizabeth, let me make it also clear once again. You see, you guys are thousands, you're in your thousands, right? And I know somehow you would see the number of mentors that you have, right? So you should be very patient with us in reading your tax. Currently now, checking, let me see. I'm coming. I'm trying to check how many have submitted the tax for introduction to design. So currently now, 2,709 persons have submitted the tax for introduction to design. And you know that is not going to be very easy to grade, in one day. The tax came out this week. You're going to give us a little bit time. We'll try to grade, but you're going to give us a little bit more time to grade all, right? Just be patient, okay? You will be graded. Someone says, can you dive into a detailed explanation of user persona? Chukuma Chinelo, yeah, I can actually do that, but then I'm not sure I would do that because we are not there right now. User personas are when you'll be dealing with user research. And if I'm not mistaken, that is in week 4 of the curriculum. Do you get it? All right. So when we are on week 4, user research, you will learn everything about user personas, user flows, user journey maps, many, many more stuff, right? Thank you very much. But then if you feel like you still want to know so much, you can quickly go on YouTube, check some videos, or you can search on Google, right? Okay, so let me look at okay, yeah, thanks for the compliments, Oluwakemi. So someone is saying also, is the video and the notes in the material the same thing? Yes, the notes are, you see, in the material I give you, right, they complement each other. Now, there is always a primary resource. The videos in each of these posts, like in the post, right, you see week 1 resource, introduction to design. The video there is the most important resource, right? That is the one created by Zuri. That video is by Zuri. Do you understand now? And then every other resource you see there are the ones we see online that we feel like also complements what we're talking about. Do you get it now? So when you see those resources, just take them as secondary, read them to get more knowledge, but make sure to watch the video, the main one. Do you understand? Make sure to watch the video because that's like what's most important, right? So make sure to watch the video. So I hope that answers your question, Adeshewa. Shinam So Maxwell is saying, how do I get videos of the previous classes I missed? Now, really, the classes, the resources are the videos for the tags. But then this office hours are just to answer questions, right? Or to address the tags, or to address what we'll be focusing on for the week, right? So anyone you miss, just check YouTube. YouTube saves this call is being, this class is being saved on YouTube normally, right? So if you, after this call, you can still watch this video from the beginning to the end. So just check YouTube. Product design office hour with Caculuz. You would see I've only had one. Product design office hour with Fola, or product design office hour with Uduak, or product design office hour with Loy. You know, any of them, right? You would learn so much. Do you get it now? So each of them, you would really learn so much about the tax. So if you are confused, you know, just ask someone. If you can't find someone that would attend to you, just rewatch one of the product office hour. If you feel like none of them is addressing your issue, make sure to join the next product office hour. I feel like the best thing to do is to even look forward to the next one to join. Like there is more than one product design office hour happening in a day, if I'm not mistaken. Today there is still another product design office hour with Uduak happening by 7 p.m. So if you feel like I did not address your question, join Uduak's product design office hour early and ask your question first. I address questions from the top to the down. I might not reach everybody. It's normal, human, you understand? So yeah, that's it. Maxwell. Okay. Someone is saying, how do we get a video? Coca happy. Like I said once again, go to your LMS, go to post, then look for week one resource, product design, like product design week one resource, introduction to design. You would see the video in that content. I'm coming. Let me even open it up so I can give you guys much more information. Coming. Where is it? Or should I show you? I think I should show you. It makes it very easy that way. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you. Come in. Sorry about. I'm coming, please. All right. Yep. Right. Introduction to design. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen now to show you where you will find that. I see lots of you are still confused. Huh? So I'm coming. 2 minutes. Okay. I believe you should be, you can see my screen. I believe you can see my screen. All right. Okay. So this is it, right? Under post, you see week one resources for product design, introduction to design, right? So this is it. Week one resources for product design, introduction to design. Do you understand? This video resource is the most important resource. The video resource is the most important resource. This one here. Do you understand? All of these other ones are complementary. Do you understand? This video resource is the most important one. This resource is created by Zuri, you know, so this is the most important resource, right? I hope you guys understand me very well. Okay. All right. So that's on that. Yep. All right. So let me move on. Someone is saying what's the difference between interact design and user interface design? I think you meant interaction design. So the difference between interaction design and user interface design. So user interface designers, they design the interface, right? Yeah, they design the interface, but then interaction designers design interactions. I know that sounds very weird and very sad. Like it sounds like a sad answer. All right, so let me make it much more clearer here. Okay, so now interaction designers, they show you how a product will work, how the product will interact with each other, right? How a user will interact with your product, you know, but it's interface designer just designs the look, the way it's going to look, you know. All right, so that's what I think. That's what it is, really. All right. So someone says the product design task feels very tricky. There were questions that looked like they had multiple answers. Dari, so sorry about that. I'm not sure I'm sorry, but then yeah, maybe sorry. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, that's the reason why the tax was given, right? I'm happy to say I personally created those questions. So I don't know if I'm happy that you are confused, but I'm very sure that it would push you to make very certain what's it called, research, right? And then you will now be very sure, like you'll be double sure on what each product design career field is, or what each design career field is, right? You will never be confused. If I made it obvious, if I made it obvious, you would just pick answers and go. But now you are doing research, so that sounds very interesting. All right. I'm trying to move. Are the materials on Slack? Because I can't see anything. Divine, do not look at Slack. The materials are not on Slack. Divine, the materials are not on Slack. Okay, the materials are on your LMS, not Slack. So this event is just for answering questions pertaining to tax. You know, all of these things, let me make it clear, right? This what's it called? This is not an event, first off. This is a class, right? This is an office hour. So let me explain what an office hour is. An office hour is to give you insights to what you are doing in your office. Do you understand? Or what is being done in the office? Yeah, Akinlolu. Yes. An office hour is just giving you insight, right? That video resource on the post is most important. That is your class. Now, that video resource was not a recorded video. That video resource was a live class teaching people different career fields, introducing people to design, introducing thousands of people to design. That video currently, the original video that video was cut out from was a class where questions were answered. Do you understand? So it was actually a class, not a recorded video. I hope you understand me. So it was a class that the video was cut out from. The original video actually has about 76,000 people that has watched it. So it is a live class and not just a video for you to just watch and, you know, do you understand? So this class is to help you clear whatever misunderstanding you might be having. If you were learning on your own, for example, right? If you were learning on your own, to be very honest, if you're learning on your own, you would need to ask people questions, right? So that's what this class is actually for, to clear your doubts. All right. Little J says they said we are over 6,000 students. It will take time, but okay, yeah, it'll be graded. Is this a question and answer session or a class? All right, Lovette. Yes, this is a question and answer session. You have your tax already. You know what to do already. So we are clearing your questions you might have. Okay, Blessing is saying my question. I am seeing 1/8 point. What does it mean? What does the 1/8 point mean? Do you mean a tax of yours was graded 1/8, or what exactly are you asking? Okay. Someone says a detailed explanation. I've spoken about how I can't give an explanation on user personnel now. All right. Someone is asking the difference between user flow and information architecture. Oh, well, user flow and information architecture is also going to be in the later classes. I think that's week 5, still when you are doing user research, right? But you can do well to check. You can do well to check online about it. There is no attendance for this class, Oluwatosin. What's the difference between interaction design and motion design? Samuel Tomisi. All right, interaction design, the interaction with the product, right? You are showing how a user is going to interact with the product. From motion design, you are actually making assets. You are making digital assets move. Do you understand? So that is what that's the difference between interaction design and product design. You are making digital assets move for interaction design. Do you understand? So yeah. Okay. All right. All right, so let's move. Yeah,
All right. Caculuz, can you hear me?
yeah, what's up? Fola? Welcome.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to remind I wanted to bring you to the notice that some of the questions regarding all the different between product design, motion design, graphic design, interaction design, and this, they are mostly questions from that objective tasks. The tasks you gave them to go and do. The tasks for week one. Yes, exactly. It's the some of them are asking questions for the tax for week one. So literally you're answering the tax for them, then they'll go ahead and so try to filter out questions that are genuine from introduction to design from the tax you give them to do.
Yeah, get that. All right, so you guys are trying to play smart. Well, it's really fine, right? But the most important thing is that you guys understand each of these tasks, very, very important. Huh? All right, so okay, someone is saying I'm not seeing any tax on my dashboard since Tuesday. Why are you not seeing tax on your dashboard? I don't know why. I think that may be a you problem. Did you not enroll? Maybe you didn't enroll. Mr. D, UI, UX, and UI. You did not enroll for the product design tax. That's why you're not seeing the tax. You only see tax that you enroll for. Toluwa is saying that Toluwa Bori, yeah, is saying that most of the live classes have been Q&A. Is it just this week or this how it's going to be? All right, I've told you not to depend on this. This office has to explain the tax that you're going to do for the week, right? And then to answer the questions you might have about the tax, because question and answer takes the most part of all of our live classes. Yeah. So what you may want to do really is focus on the post. The post contains the classes. The post, see, the video resources on the post are your real classes. Do you understand? So this one is just to answer your question, okay? Yeah. Just see it as, it's just like you are taking a course on Udemy or you are taking a course on Coursera, right? Those videos, those ones are not even live classes. Those are recorded videos. But the video we have been making available for you is a live class addressing a real audience, right? And then we are giving you support, are giving support even after, even after the classes or after you have watched them. We are helping you answer questions multiple times a day whenever you are free. We are making it much more easier and better. Do you understand? Yes. Someone says, Amarachi is saying, are we going to discuss the tax after its deadline? Because there were a lot of confusing terminologies. Well, if you attended the first what's it called? If you watch the video resource, right, you are going to get so much explanation on introduction design. So yes, there may be confusing terminologies. You're going to understand them as you go on. You're going to understand them, all right? Someone says, I've not gotten my tax for the week on product design. Agbo Favor, I think you have not enrolled for the product design track. That's why. Okay. Resources is under your post section in the elements. Yes, that's correct. Daniel is talking about Twitter Figma plugins that I pinned. Yes, you can check them out. You can always add them from the Figma community. All right. Is it possible to be a UX designer without being a UI designer? Yeah, I think it's possible. But then you are starting out. I'm not sure it's advisable. All right. I'm not sure it is even possible. You would have at one point done UI design, except you evolved into the role from an existing role. So that's the only situation, right? For that, also, do you want to take the other sections? Just pick up questions and then answer.
Yeah, I will take some questions. I'm seeing a question regarding someone was mentioning about okay, I think there's a lot of repetitive question about what's the difference between UI UX design and product design.
Oh,
We
okay.
people keep asking that particular question, and I keep saying we've answered them multiple times already in the recorded videos. If they go to YouTube channel, every live streamed class, we always have that recording on YouTube. And yeah, you don't necessarily need to be on this live class. You have access to the recording later. So if you're busy at work, you have access to watch them later. You don't necessarily need to be on the call. You made reference to just 5 types of design, unlike how you look it down. Okay, the thing is, with the way YouTuber questions are coming from my head, I don't think they follow how you. Someone said, I have a question. How do I go to about Figma? It's giving me error 403. Error 403 on Figma. That means your network is bad. You need to like close the app and then restart it again. If your office hours question. Product design dropping is where we have another set of mentors that just give you, typical in on, how to progress. Or when you have with, I think.
Yeah, for laptop. Oh, I think network. Okay, so let me just pick up from where she stopped. Someone is saying there's a lot of live classes daily since I can't attend on how the live classes all the same. Yeah, Chukuma, Chinelo. I wouldn't really say like all the live classes are the same, right? But then all the live classes are doing one thing. They are helping you clear your doubts. If you know you are fine with the tasks for the week and you don't need any clarification, there's no point attending any of the office hours. Do you understand? So if you are fine with the tax and you don't need any clarification, there's no point attending. Instead, you might even want to help people out on Slack. Do you get? That's really it. Anim is asking, can the curriculum be shared? I'm not sure. It can't be shared. It's a private property of Zuri. But then it is very easy to know what we'll be covering next, right? If you check our YouTube page for the product design cohort 1 that happened early this year, you would see all of the classes that we took. Just know that we are following the same process, right? So yeah. So Oluwatimileyin David is asking that what's the importance? How do you manage office hours? Yes, office hours are not a must. You don't need to attend all the office hours. Let me make it clear. You don't need to attend all the office hours. Do you get? You just need to attend some. The ones, if you have questions, if you have clarification, just find the one that will be most suitable for you, then you can ask your question, right? Please, it's not related. How do you add the Figma profile? You can check Google on how to add a Figma profile. I'm sure it is there. Concerning the officer, okay, I'll answer this. No, Zoe Michael, being present in the office hour or not being present in the office hour does not affect your grade. All right. Yes, it doesn't. Yes, Ayomide Adeusi. The office hour is basically to ask questions, to clear questions. That's basically what the office hour is for. So to help you have a full understanding of the task for the week is not necessary to join. Exactly. The task, Daniel Chibueze, the task given on introduction to product design, a guide was actually provided, right? The guide is under post. I showed it earlier. If you go to post in your LMS, you would see introduction to design with one resource. That is the guide, all right? So there is how you should answer. It's very clear. The questions are very clear. If you attended the first office I had, you'll be able to answer all the questions. The instructions are very clear. Just pick your options. That's all.
I'm sorry about that. My network.
Oh, okay. Sure, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. I think most people that are asking us the questions about the task that was assigned, I think it's because most of them did not go through the post and watch the video. And the instruction is clear on the task. Just if your answer to question 1 is A, just put A, B, C, D, depending on whatever option. It's quite easy. But most of them, they are not checking through those posts. They just come on the call and also if you watch the previous videos from other classes are live available on YouTube. So you can go back and check just to, be sure of some things as well. Then you made a reference to 5 types. Okay, someone said you made a reference to 5 types of design, or like how you break it down in the video during the office hours. You grouped motion design and interaction design. Well, yeah, because motion still has interaction in it. With motion, you're doing a bit of interaction. I explained that yesterday. It's still part of interaction because motion design, you're showing something, there's movement, it's interacting, just like the literally words, interaction, emotion. And so just like the way you explain in this video, that's the way it is. They are all like grouped together. It's just like later on as you progress in your career, people tend to specialize on motion. Some people tend to specialize on interaction design. That's just the difference. Someone said, can I well, there are universities that have degree in design, like there are some university abroad, and there are some that do their degree online that you can have. I think there's one particular university in Estonia that has a master's in interaction design. Some universities do have BSc in design. So it depends on the type of, so if you want a bachelor's degree related to, design or product, you have to search online and, look for that. Okay, I'm having issues setting up my Slack. Okay. Slack issues, go to LMS, you find posts that will tell you how to solve your Slack issues. But for our advice that focus on your LMS rather than, being too concerned about Slack. As long as you're in LMS, you won't be missing anything. Okay, hello, in relation to the online classes, it's clashing my normal uni classes. So what would the class always go to? Yes, the classes are always available on YouTube. They are always available on YouTube and your resources. Caculus, are you seeing any additional question? There is basically, I'm not saying some of them are asking.
Someone saying
you need to get your resources. Go to post on your LMS, you see your resources there.
I've said that like 6 times today.
Yes, product design comprises of both UI and UX. Yes. Okay. Okay, someone is saying if office hours is for Q&A, what's the title for a main product design class? I think what I realized, I think most of them are waiting for a live class where we'll design something and put them through. But by the time they get to classes for Star Guide and the rest, they'll see the live video class that will be made available to them. So it's like they're in a hurry to see all those classes. I told them this is just their first week, so it's baby steps.
So you guys should take things easy and take this gently.
Yeah. Ignore the 25 days free trial. Just ignore that. It's not, except you created a task, a workspace for yourself, but just ignore it. You don't need to answer yourself about that. Somebody said asking about interaction design. Somebody still asking about interaction design and design interface.
Okay. Someone is saying in the video, I made reference to just 5 types of design, unlike how I broke it down in the video during office hours. So I grouped motion designers in interaction design in the video resource. Okay. So interaction design is a kind of motion design, right? You know, it's still motion. I told you anytime design assets are moving is motion, but then interaction design has its specific purpose. It is to show how users interact with the product. But motion design can just be some set of boxes moving around. They are not showing anything. You're just playing, you're just adding motion to, what's it called now? You're just adding motion to a set of static design assets. Do you understand? Do you get me? So that's it, right? So interaction design is a kind of motion design, but it's not motion design in its sense, right? All right, that's true. Oh yeah, Chukuma, Chinelo, they are not different versions, right? What happens is Figma obviously updates its version, adding different things. So if you are watching a video from last year, you would see so many differences. Figma launched so many stuff lately. Even if you are watching a video from 3 months ago, there is new updates that Figma has added since 3 months ago that you would not see there, right? So yeah.
Okay, someone is asking that they already have a Figma account and with some draft work. Please, what can I do with that? You can still use that Figma account. You don't need to create a new account. Our main purpose is to ensure that you have a Figma account. That's just it. And then what do we do with Figma? We use Figma for design. What the design will be doing, Figma will be the source we'll be using to do that. Okay. Someone said it's branding, interior design, game design, and the product design. They are types of designs. They are not. I can't really categorize them under product design because interior still has to do with physical products. So if we're talking about digital, if we're talking about product generally, including physical and this and digital, we can separate them. But when it comes to digital design, they are different from digital designs, I guess. So, but they are all under categories, different types of designs. Yeah, they are different. They're all different, but they are under kinds of, design. Someone said this is just so much similarity. There's so much similarity between UI and UX. If you do not read it, you might just get tired. Well, trying to use Figma, but not getting it yet. Well, there'll be a class on introduction to Figma to, show you around the tools, to get you familiar with Figma and all those works like that. So that's not going to be a problem. Yeah. Yes. How to share your Figma, but no. Yes, that's instant that when you're submitting tasks, you'll be asked to, share this Figma file for the task. So that video is to show you how to share your file such that when you're submitting your tasks, it will be visible. Should we show them how to share their Figma file now so that it doesn't cause issue later on?
The problem is that not many of them are here. They will ask again. It's okay today at this time, but then
this is about 295 of them. I think we have 295.
I'm sure we can do
because
that.
I know that even till the end, we still had issues with people not.
Yeah.
I think the rule should be the moment you create a file, instantly ensure that the link is visible so that anybody. Somebody said, don't show us now. Some of us are not here. Okay. Please, can you give us an example of digital UI design? Okay, the YouTube you are using is a digital product. YouTube, any software that has to do with you using internet or you downloading from one place, they are all digital products. For physical products, you have your phone, your laptop, a school bag, perfumes, and the rest of it. Those are like physical products. If you already have a Figma account, no need to open a new one. If you don't have at all, you need to open a new one.
Someone is saying, is it compulsory to be in Slack workspace? Our advice you be make friends, meet people. That's the only reason why you should be in Slack. And you might get some infos, right? So we don't delete the Slack channels. So you can always get to message the people you meet again, and whatever. All right. So that's the advantage of joining Slack. It is not a must, neither is it compulsory, but it's good to do it. We advise you do it. All right. Someone is saying, people keep talking about making friends and acquaintances for task grouping purposes. Is it compulsory? Lily, I don't know why you don't make friends. But it's very good to make friends. If you want to thrive in tech, you must make friends. If you don't want to suffer, well, sorry, I don't know if that sounded harsh, but then if you don't want to struggle, getting your first role, getting your first job, like it's not going to come from heaven, it's going to come from people. So the more people you know, the more your chances of getting a job or a gig or whatever after the training or after, I don't know, people would get roles, right? So if you make enough friends, when they are hiring for more roles in the companies they will refer you first. So referrals, yeah. All right. Interaction. Yeah, interaction has to be motion. Like it has to move. Just look at movement in your head, right? The question in the task is very straightforward, Emma Bell. It's very straightforward. Like it's just OBJ, right? If you watch the first office hour I had, right? I know other mentors did, but then the office hour I had, I explained every one of them. You might want to check that video. All right. Osumbayo is asking about user flow. User flows and information architecture will be addressed in week 4 or week 5 of this training. Okay, but you can check Google for more information. Digital and online design. All right, I was the one that played that kept those options. Do your research. Chineye, yeah, do your research. You guys don't want to research, like you want to be spoon-fed. Sincerely, that's all I'm saying. You want us to tell you, oh yeah, do this, then we'll hold your hand. Oh yeah, do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. That's not the point of a training. A training is a guide. You are being trained. It's your choice to respond to training in the best possible way. Go overboard. If you're waiting to be spoon-fed, you're not going to go far in tech. Like you're not even going to get anywhere. You have to force yourself, motivate yourself. When you are down, push yourself up again. And just keep trying and keep going, okay? Don't wait to be spoon-fed. You just want give and take, garbage in, garbage out. Now, you won't get out from this training. We are going to give you the best in the best possible way, all right? Yeah. Emma Bell, the right videos, if you check the post on the LMS, you will find introduction to design as under the post, right, with one resource. When you open it, you see a video resource. That is the video resource you should watch. Then also scroll through and check other office hours, right? Just scroll through and check other office hours. You should find one that would work. All right. Okay, I think you all don't have questions again. Okay. Sandra, all materials are on the post in the LMS. All right.
Hello? Caculus, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, someone is saying he's not happy. He prepared himself only to be answered by a question that seemed easy because I wasn't exposed to the material. I didn't answer it well. Well, that's the thing. When they give you tasks, you don't just dive in and answer OBJ question. All those tasks are related to things that are in the materials. If they're asking you a question, they give you an exam, you have the option to just what's the word? You have the option to, how will I put it? To go and research and look for answers. So for those of you that just saw the OBJ and just answered like that, and now that you get understand, you're feeling bad that you did not understand the question before answering, it shouldn't be like that. Whenever you're given a task, your procedure should be research, go through the material that was given, find the answer. If you do not now find answer, that's when you now like come back and hold. Don't just dive in and answer, do your tasks without carrying out research, because doing research is part of your core purpose of being a designer. Okay. Will all classes be uploaded? Yes, if you go to the Zuri team YouTube channel, you see all the videos from the classes. So even if you miss any live session, you still have access to look at those videos and go through them again. So it's not an issue. Someone said they are in for the daily challenge. Trust me, by the time your tasks start coming in, you will be in for it. Okay. Will all classes, okay, I've answered this. I believe most of your questions have been answered. All the questions I'm saying now are repetitive at this point. Someone is saying, can the curriculum be shared? Don't worry, they'll be released weekly, you will see them. So there's no how you can read one before jumping to the next. You have to finish one. I will drop them as you progress. So you don't have to be concerned about the entire program without, just start as we give it to you. Okay, I think that's the majority of it. Somebody said the answer without materials. Too bad. Somebody is asking difference between digital and online design. Is there a question about that, Caculus, about digital and online design?
Yeah. I was not afraid.
It's like that question is giving, it's like that question is cracking their brains. Which is a good thing. What is the difference between interaction design and UX design? This question has been answered. Thank you very much. How long is the training for? Well, how long is it again? Is it how many weeks? I can't remember. I have to check. I don't want to give the wrong week. But
I think you
it should
guys
be
just focus. I think it's
just focus on learning. Yeah.
I think it's 12 weeks.
Yeah, I just focus on learning. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's 12 weeks or so. Just all this one. There are small things. The main focus is for you to learn what you need to learn. Okay, I believe we are done for today. But now all their questions is like they're catching cruise on the chat box at this point.
Yeah.
Someone said I researched, I was up to 4 a.m. It was confusing. I did everything on the task. I didn't even know we have materials. Well, welcome to the life of a designer. There'll be days where you don't get to sleep.
Something the materials don't answer those questions on the tags, even with research. I don't agree with you, Emma Bell. They actually
Exactly.
every of
Exactly.
that, right? And then every of the design fields, even the material is wide. That's one thing I would I would agree with, right? The material is wide. Introduction to design is beyond just design fields, right? But this one, we are giving introduction to design. I know that it's because the tax is centered on design field, right? That's the reason why you guys are just focusing on design field. But the point is that you would go through the resources that we give you, understand what that introduction to design. I gave a breakdown of what each design term is. I gave a breakdown of different design fields. Gave a breakdown of product design, UI design, UX design. I gave a breakdown of so many things, right? So many. Do you understand? So I gave a breakdown of all of those things, but then I also spoke about design fields, right? And also those resources also help you to understand design. What are we focusing on this week? Introduction to design. So what should be on the top of your mind is I need to understand design, like very clear. Do you understand? So don't go about saying that maybe the resource did not address. The resource actually did, but the resource was wide and you could not pick out what you need to address the task. And all of the office hour, except this is your office hour that you're except this is your office hour, the first office hour you are attending, Emabel, then that is why you are going to be very confused. And that's very bad if the first office hour you are attending is on Thursday. On Monday, there were 2 office hours that addressed what you'll be covering. On Tuesday, there were office hours. One I took personally. In the office hour I took on Tuesday, I explained every of these design fields. You would not even be confused if you attended the office hour that I took, right? Or if you went back to check, or if you attended any of the office hour. So, okay, so I don't understand. Can you please be careful with the way you post questions? Stop posting questions multiple times, all right? You're just spamming the comment section. Let's make it easy for us to see other people's questions. Michael Onoja, I'm specifically talking to you, please. All right. I've answered your question. I don't know if you were not listening. It is not compulsory. If you don't want to join Slack, don't join. It is not compulsory, okay? Just focus on the LMS, your post and the tags. Make sure you check the post for resources. Make sure you attend office hours to understand the tags, and then attempt the tags and submit, and you'll be graded. It is totally fine. It is not a must you join Slack workspace. All right? I hope you understand that clearly. The answers to the tags, you'll be graded, right? And when you are graded, you'll be corrected, okay? Yes, so you will get them, Dorcas. John Wilson is saying there is no answer for question 2. I'm wondering how. Maybe, maybe not, but there is an answer actually. There is. I'm wondering how this particular tax is making you guys stressed. Like, I'm very surprised. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that this tax is stressing you out. Like, I actually just played with a number of the options. Not even all of them. Quite a large number of them are very, very straightforward, and they are just 10 questions. I mean, you might want to prepare for lots of stress as you go on. Just prepare your mind, like, to just do some things. All right. All right. So, yeah, Mamo Black, exactly. Later you will see why you should join Slack. But then if you don't want to join, it's fine. All right. It doesn't affect your grade. It doesn't determine if you're going to succeed in this training. It doesn't determine if you're going to finish. It doesn't affect anything, but then it's advisable, I say. But if you don't want to, it's fine also. Emma Bell is saying there is an option or is a question that had 2 options, and the 2 options are the same answer. Okay, and the person is saying UI designer and user interface designer, they mean the same thing. Yes, UI designer and user interface designer actually mean the same thing. Very correct. But then now both of them are in the options. It is now your work to find which one is correct. Don't forget that that's not the only two terms. So those are not the only 2 fields that are in the options. There are 4 options. So maybe you want to explore those other ones. All right.
Okay. Sorry, let me say something. I believe that if the OBJ questions are already getting them worked up,
I'm
like,
very
just
surprised.
you guys, the rest of the training, I wonder how you guys will cope with it. If simple OBJ, I saw the question, they're quite very easy. Not that because I'm into like design already, but they are straightforward, they're not twisted or anything. So, and like I said, Google is your friend. Even if on Google you decide to put motion design, meaning of motion design, you get your answer. Or you put meaning of interaction design, you get your answer. And stuff like that. I stated it in the first session I did. I said, get friendly with Google. Because Google will give you a lot of answers. There are some which even probably we said we did not know. You might get the right answer there as well. Don't worry about grading, you get graded. That is not a problem. Somebody was saying I did not answer. No, you cannot create Figma on your phone. You have to use your system. You cannot do this training with phone. It has to be with your system. You have not been graded since Monday. All of you, don't worry about grading. Focus on learning and doing your tasks right. That's just it. Grading will be graded. You work on the LMS level. This one almost contain. Why do you have to go all the way to Profile to find in tax? You don't need to go to Profile to find in tax. It's on your sidebar. It's probably because you're using your mobile to access the LMS. On your sidebar, you see your tax there. You don't need to go all the way to Profile to find your tax. And talk about your design. About joining Slack, there's been a post about it. So I believe you guys should, watch that video. And I think they did orientation for you guys. Chikere and coordinator, they shared, they explained to you guys how you go about joining Slack. So that's Those videos are unavailable. It's like after the whole session, people don't go back to watch those videos. That's just the problem. Funny enough, most of this question, right? Okay, someone said the website about colors. The website is colors. Okay, let me type it in. Yeah, I think I just typed it in. That's the website for colors. You see different color palette there. Are we supposed to have something? Nobody's asking you for Figma. Hey God, come on, we don't. This is going to be a very, very, very big problem. If like say we get people that they are already familiar with using Figma, they want to start submitting Figma link. What else again? This question has been answered. Difference between UI and UX has been answered. Is repetitive. At this point, they are repetitive questions. Caculus.
Yeah, also.
I said at this point, the questions are repetitive questions.
Oh, okay. So,
yep.
So I think we are good then.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So.
Okay. Someone asked about Adobe XD. Yeah.
I've answered them yesterday, day before yesterday. Every single day I've been talking about it that our tool is Figma. Our tool is Figma. We are not using Adobe XD.
Olukumi, what's your question that no one has answered?
You want this color website, which I have dropped the link for. After them, they are asking for the color website. I have dropped the chat in the what's it called? The YouTube live chats. Anybody that see it's colors.co. I just dropped it. Okay, probably because my name is different, so they might not say. But I've dropped it. If you get to see it, fine. Or I might just don't worry, and you guys don't need to worry. It's to be shared part of the resources given to you when you're doing psychology of color. Please, can we move forward? They will catch up. If we decide to just be fast-paced for everybody, a lot of people won't catch up. So don't worry, the resources will be shared to you if you do not see the link. When you're doing psychology of color, you have all the links. Don't worry. If you do not see it now, you see it. You see it on the post then. It's be shared. I believe we're done for the day.
Yeah, all right. Also, I want to mention that the class today by 4 p.m. would not be happening. The office hour today by 4 p.m. would not be happening. So just to give you a heads up. All right. So there's going to be an office hour. If I'm not mistaken, yes, there's an office hour by 6 p.m. Is that correct? No, yes, 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m.? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. It's 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. All right.
The one for 6 p.m. old.
That's by Udwak. Yes, it's gonna hold. And then there's another one by 8 p.m. So you can choose to attend both or any of them. But the one by 4 p.m. that is by me would not be holding, right? So product design office 4 p.m. today will not be holding. Okay. All right. Chinenye, this is already 1:10, right? So it's quite the same.
Yeah,
class.
we matched the one for 12 and 1.
Yeah, we matched 12 and 1 together.
That's why it says calculus and collagen.
So as long as you don't have any question now, I wonder why you will have in the next 2 minutes or 1 minute. So if you don't have any question, then we're going to end the class. So you can focus on your tasks. If you've not submitted, if you've submitted, just wait patiently for it to be graded. It's going to be graded, and I think I have one more office hour with you guys tomorrow before see you next week. All right. Okay.
Yeah, on Friday, right?
Friday.
Yeah, from here.
All right. So yeah, that's it. Since there's nothing else, I think we'll just end the class.
All right then. Bye, guys.
All right, bye guys.